We are back with Professor Dom Magwili, but before we talk about Filipino experience in performance, let's watch this rap video, and you'll see what we're talking about.
Me and my people got a story to tell. Love for the motherland, we fought so well. In 1521, Magellan set foot, only to be welcomed by indigenous group. He brought spice, that's nice, and a blessing from Christ. But oh no, Lapu-Lapu said no. A young Datu ready to brawl. Later that year, a battle erupted. Magellan's dead, man, that's what's up.
Filipino students started an organization known as PACE. Ethnic Studies was the face, teaching these students was the case.
Then there was an identity movement. Filipino youth, they started to present all the hard work of Lolos and Manos. Stories they had told were used of the Pride song.
In 1968, senior tenants chose their fate. When they retaliate, rent was never late. Activists in their youth can't believe this is the truth.
High Hotel is home for all, but it's about to fall. No one listens, not even the law. Brown throws them out again and again, but these tenants stay right in the bay. Hotel gets raised and it's not a phase.
We wrapped this midterm historically on March 14, 2016. We wrapped this midterm historically on March 14, 2016.
We are back with Professor Dom Magwili. Those were his students that you saw in the video. That is their material, their spoken word, translated for all of you to see. There's some power behind those words. There's experience there that's valid and that's of value. Don't you agree?
I do. There is a phrase that we're going to have in a full-length version of this video. The phrase is, "This is my Filipino declaration." And every one of the students, I have about 23 of them, will go through and say it as they understand it. This is my Filipino American declaration. This is my Filipino declaration. You say that 23 times. And it is heartwarming and very encouraging that they can make that kind of statement on their own. When I was their age, I was not part of the Filipino community. I was very much away from it.
A lot of students, though, Dom, don't discover that Filipino declaration until they get to college when they meet professors like you, because back in my day, there were no professors that were Filipino.
Well, back in your day, I would say even in grammar school and high school, there were not classes that attended that. So particularly, if you get a young Filipino-American student who is born here, and he goes through high school and he has his friends, he has his family, but he has no contact with like detailed, focused look at his heritage and his legacy, then when he goes into college, if he does not take a class from an Asian American Studies course like this, then many things happen to him, I believe, that do not help in the maturation of a student. What I'm speaking of is, and when I start this class, I draw a circle and two dots and a nose, and I put it on the board, and I say to this class, which is very like Chinese American, Filipino American, Japanese, etc., very mixed racially, and I'll tell them, look at this face. What is the ethnicity of that face? And more often than not, they'll say that face is white. That is an inclination. That is a training. We are a minority. We live in a white-dominated society. I'm not surprised by that. But what it suggests, particularly if no other information comes in there, is that their first inclination, if a door opens of opportunity, their first inclination is to offer that to somebody who's not them. And I've said this in class, they know of parents and uncles and aunties, people who have overcome that. But I would suggest to them that is an active pursuit of another story that is not what is given. It is an active recognition of other stories where they are successful, where they have accomplished many great things, where they have had role models and they can accomplish many things. It is not passive, it is very aggressive.
Okay, that's very deep. I
Well,
mean, Dom, when you really sink into what you're saying, it gives the student an opportunity to sort of empower them to say, I want to tell my story. I want to be able to understand that I can claim all of my dreams here in America. When we return here on Kababayan Today, Dom is going to show us that through performance, you can really get to the heart and really examine what it means to be Filipino in America. We'll be right back.